Hey, what's going on, guys? This is KNasty3890 here. We are back with some Detroit Tigers franchise rebuild. This is episode number 3. We are in the offseason, November 2017. Now, we are going to start off the offseason. We have not really any big decisions to make. I'm going to go through all this real quick. I'm going to edit out me just going through all this just to save you guys the time. I'll show you what we do, why we did it, any of the big name free agents that we have. Also, here's our rookie class. Not bad. Not bad. I kind of like some of the players that we got in here. A bunch of Bs. I'll take it. But let me go sign all these players, and you'll guys see this in a second. All right, guys. So this is what we have done. Michael Fulmer, he only has 1 year service time, so he's very cheap. He had a pretty solid year last year, I'm not going to lie. So, and they only have to, young players are cheap, which I like. So 2 years, $5 million, that should get it done. Pomeranz, a 1 year, $3 million deal. He kind of struggled. But, that was his first bad year in 4 years. So I think he'll turn it around. And for $3 million, it's the last year before he's a free agent. Take a chance on that. Bruce Rendon, a 2 year deal. He pitched pretty well for us 2 years ago. I'm going to give him a chance just to try it out for a bullpen arm. He strikes a lot of guys out, which is nice. Mike Matuk, just as another, maybe a bench bat for $1 million a year is not bad. Daniel Norris, a 2 year, $4.2 million deal. Pitched pretty well in his first year as a starter, a 3.87 ERA. Schwarber, obviously, he was a big part of the Miguel Cabrera trade. We get the power bat. He's planning on being our DH just with his lack of fielding and durability. Durability is not awful, but the fielding is. I want him to DH. Shane Green, Alex Wilson, gave arbitration. A 1 year, $3 million. That was really, really hard to say. Deal for Anibal Sanchez. Pitched pretty solid, a 3.86 ERA for $3 million. If he does that, that's a great deal. It's our number 5 guy. Other than that, these are just young guys. We got Brendan McKay, one of the top prospects in baseball. We got Fadio, a top prospect in baseball. Sixto Sanchez, Royce Lewis, Franklin Perez, Matt Manning. We got guys coming, guys. So let's see. There's really nothing we have to worry about. Pomeranz accepted the deal. Fulmer did. Sanchez did. Daniel Norris, Bruce Rendon, Matuk, Jacoby Jones, Dixon Machado, Kyle Schwarber. All these guys signed. We had no actual free agents. We got rid of those contracts. So now we are at... Oh, crap, I missed that. I hit X too quick. Now we are at free agency. Take a look at what we got. We have a good amount of money to spend, so we can go get guys if we want someone. First off, Wade Davis, I think, would be a no-brainer to try to get. He's only 32. He has maybe 3 years after being an elite player. How much is he going to cost a year? About $12 million. If I do a 3-year deal... he wants to come to us. This is perfect. 3-year deal for that. He's 35 by the time the contract ends. He's a reliever. It's not that expensive. We're the Tigers. We can spend more money than we were with the A's. Darvish may be a guy to go after. A 3.2 ERA. Pitched pretty well. But I only want to give him a 1-year deal. I'll give you a 1 year, $15 million deal. And basically, hopefully he accepts it. If he does, we got him. And then we can either trade him at the trade deadline if we're not in contention. Or we can let him go. We get a draft pick. I don't want to go too long with him. We have young pitchers coming up. I'll give him a 1-year deal. Eric Hosmer's out there. Hit 285, 23 home runs. Can we see who we have at first base coming? We have some young guys coming up. So I'm not sure if we'll go after Hosmer. Brandon Morrow. I always feel like I go after him in all my franchises. But he's a cheap, solid reliever. A 2-year. Let's do 2 year plus a player option. $12 million, $12.1 million. Gets the job done. Zach Cozart may be a guy we can go after. Hit 315, 27 home runs. If I can get a 2-year, 2-year, second year as a player option, that should get him liking it. And like I said, because of all this, none of these guys got offered a qualifying draft pick. We don't have to give up any draft picks. Gio Gonzalez, I feel like we can get him maybe cheap. 9.2 should get the deal done. And let's see if we can get these guys. Okay, so let's see if we got any of that one. All right, so we did not get Darvish. He goes to the Angels. He got I was thinking he's going to get a long-term deal. 5 years, $75 million for Darvish. Even though it says 5 years, $68.3 million there. Whatever. Gio Gonzalez is a Tiger. We got him. Wade Davis is a Red Sox. Damn it. But we did get Gio. We got Brandon. Oh, no, we did not. He's no longer interested in the Tigers' offer. So let's go back to the table. He gets a 1 year, $6 million deal. I'll give you 2 years. Let's do 15 plus a player option. It's the lowest, but hey, maybe I've seen crazier things. Cozart, we're still the number 1 on that. Anyone else we can maybe go after? I don't know. Let's just see what we get with these two guys. We did not get Kozar, but we did. I mean, we did get Kozar. Excuse me. We did not get Brandon Morrow. Eric Hosmer is not a Royal. He's a Brewer. Let's see who else is out there. Tony Watson, maybe? No. Shane Green we're going after. Maybe Nick Hundley is a catcher. Chris Ionette is out there. Not a bad catcher. I think like a 1-year deal. Who do we have? Let's take a look real quick at because I know our team is in such turmoil with some players. We got Derek Norris. He's fine for a catcher. First base, I think McKay's a year away still. So let's go find a first baseman. We need a second baseman. Probably could use a third baseman. Shortstop, we got Kozar. And that's just for a short-term fix until Royce Lewis is ready. We can use Schwarber at DH, so Matuk in left, Martin in center, and we need a right fielder still, a second baseman, and a first baseman. And I don't want to do any long-term deals. So a right field, I mean, maybe we could do first base. I mean, Yonder Alonso could be a cheap option. He had 36 home runs last year. I'll give him like a 1-year, let's do a 2-year, $20 million deal, $10 million a year. That should get the job done. Jed Lowry at second base hit 275, 23 home runs. So he had a really good year, and that could be like a 1-year, $5.5 million deal. Should get it done. And then we need a right fielder. There's the Milkman, good average guy. Doesn't get on base a ton. I mean, we could get McCutchen. Hit 28 home runs, 277. Would he accept a 1-year deal? I think he would. A 1-year, $15.8 million deal. I'll do it for 1 year. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to invest too much in long term. All right, we got Yonder Alonso, a 2-year with the player option. Andrew McCutchen, we got him. So the last players we were going after, I believe, is just Jed Lowry, who has an offer from the Dodgers. So we'll see how that works. Go a little further, and he went to the Dodgers. The Dodgers upped their offer. All right, we need a second baseman. I mean, we can get Howie Kendrick, hit 242, not too bad. I mean, there is Ian Kinsler, but he really struggled, and he's going down. I want to get guys who did really well last year. I mean, Kendrick did okay. I mean, he has good stats. I don't think that's too bad, and he'll be cheap. Actually, he's not even that cheap. But, I mean, I think we can afford that. We should still have the money. Kane is a Diamondback. Don't care about the 40 man the first couple years. It's a moot point. All right, we got to fix too many players on the active roster. We'll cut some players. Just going for older guys. Get rid of these guys. Anyone who's old, or if I know I didn't give them a contract, we can just release them. I gave you a contract, I think. Here we go. Let's get rid of these D potentials. They're never going to make it to the show. There we go. We should be good now. We got Howie Kendrick. All right, or Howard Kendrick, whatever he wants to go by. And I think we're pretty much good for the offseason. We do not need any new coaches yet, so I'll just leave those as is. Like I said, the Rule 5 draft. We have the second pick. Lucas Sims was unprotected. I'm going to just take him, and we'll put him as our long man. There's no reason not to. So thank you very much, Atlanta. And I'm going to take Fernando Rodriguez for a bullpen arm. You can take as many Rule 5 picks as you want, and when we have a not a great team, it makes no sense not to. I mean, I almost feel like taking Trupiano from the Astros, but actually it's the Angels. He pitched well in 2016, didn't play at all in 2017, but we're good at pitchers, so that's it for that. And Ian Kinsler went to the Nationals, a 1-year, $9 million deal. The Giants are interested in a trade. They want to get McCutchen from Melanson and Matt Moore. Now, Moore's not an awful pitcher, and Melanson's a good closer. But I want McCutchen. It's a 1-year deal, and I don't think we're going to contend. But if we somehow do, we got McCutchen. And if we don't, he's trade bait at the trade deadline. It's kind of like I want to be able to have ammunition to get prospects. It's a good way to get prospects is do those 1-year deals. This is what like the A's always used to do, those 1-year deals in the offseason. And then if you're not in contention when the regular season starts, trade them for prospects, or keep them and get a pick. So let's just make sure our scouts are all set. Central, National, East, West. We could upgrade International. Central, it's basically the same. I'll just leave it as is. Well, let's take a look at the Major League roster. So, now Zimmerman, let's even get rid of Zimmerman. How many years does he have left? I just realized we have that. 2 years left. He's on waivers, so he's going to get sent down to the minors. Hopefully someone claims him, but it's unlikely. If not, we'll try to move him. So we got Fulmer, Pomeranz, Norris, Sanchez, and Gio Gonzalez. There's Lewis Sims. All right, we don't need Jimenez, this guy. I want you in AAA. How's our rotation? We got enough people in the bullpen. It's not insane bullpen, but it's not bad. It's actually pretty bad. There's no 80s, but hey, maybe they pitch pretty well. Our rotation's not bad. 3 lefties in there. It's not young except for Fulmer, and I guess Norris is only 24, but we got the young guys in AAA. Sixto, Sanchez, Franklin Perez, Alex Lang is a B potential. Turley is a C. Carpenter is a C. And then in AA, I think Alexander is a B. Yep. And Bo Burrows is a B. So that's not too bad. Our lineup is kind of, it's nothing crazy. I don't know why they don't have Zach Cozart starting or Andrew McCutchen. Let's fix that. And our lineup is not, that's not too bad. I actually want Cozart batting second. That's not a bad lineup. Could be better, could be worse. Yes, I know. But it's kind of like we're in the middle of a rebuild, and this is definitely not a bad lineup at all. I just going to make sure. I'd rather have Schwarber play at first against in a non-DH lineup. Where's Kendrick batting? Oh, he wasn't even in this lineup. Yeah, that's not a bad lineup. It's not great, but it's not bad. I'm happy with it. I'm not sure how well we'll do. Probably not great, but I'm still not too upset with it. All right, I want Cozart batting second. Let's move McCutchen up, especially against lefties. Third base, that's fine. And let's finish this off. I want Alonso to bat versus lefties because Schwarber's not good against them. That's only for the non-DH lineups. And why do they have Cozart not starting? That boggles my mind. Oh, who's our catcher? They have John Hicks. No, I want Derek Norris catching. All right, so there's that. Let's take a real quick look what our team is ranked. 26. 18th in speed, 18th in power, 28th in defense, 21st in pitching, 23rd in contact. Not too good. But we look at prospects. We should have some up on this. Now, J.P. Crawford, Ohtani, Lewis Brinson, all these top 6 are all going to be in the majors. We'll probably have some working their way down here, but I feel like they're going to start shooting up. And we have the number 2 pick in the draft. Where are they? Royce Lewis is 35. Let's see. I know we have others, I guess. And Brendan McKay. Well, I'm high on these guys. I'm shocked they're so low. I think they'll shoot up, though. I just want to make sure the young guys are starting. I know we're going to have to add some players to AAA. So let's do that real quick. We can add one guy to the Major League roster, too. So let's go add one more player to the Major League roster. And then we can get the season started. Maybe this episode will go up to the draft. And I think the next episode will start with the draft. I think that would be cool. I guess we could add a backup first baseman, I guess. Or like a utility guy, maybe. But I guess what... problem is I don't want to waste anyone's service time on these young guys. I guess I'll call up... I'll just call up this guy. I really don't care. I just want the extra body in there. But I don't want to waste service time for like Naylor, Rodriguez, or McKay. I want them to stay in the minors. So we can get the season started. Like I said, we'll go up to the draft. AAA team has too many players. Oh, that's what we were going to do. We're going to trade Jordan Zimmerman. He cleared waivers. I just want to get rid of the $8.1 million deal for the next 3 years. If we get anything, I'm happy. And we can get, really not a whole lot. Sure. There we go. Pittsburgh, enjoy them. We just got rid of a big albatross contract. We'll send you down to single A. All right, let's go. We'll sum up to the draft, and the next episode will be the draft. Like I said, we have the number 2 pick in the draft, so hopefully we hit a home run on it. Severino got traded from the Yankees to the Marlins for Yelich, Justin Bour, and Hernan Perez. Wow. That's a really big trade. Yelich is a legit player. I kind of like the trade for both teams. And Boer's not a bad first baseman. He's kind of a guy like those are first basemen I always like to have, those big sluggers they're usually pretty cheap. And our record this year, as we're on a little bit of a slide, is not okay. Now it's getting pretty bad, but hopefully our young guys are doing well. All right, we're about a week short of the draft. We're currently in third place in the division. If you look at prospects, we're probably having people move up on it because guys are playing in the bigs. Here we go. Royce Lewis is now 20, for instance. Let's see how some players are doing. Fulmer's pitching really well, 2.43. Palmer's kind of struggling. Same with Norris. Gio's Gio. And Sanchez is not too bad. Our bullpen's probably garbage. Actually, it's not terrible. Some guys are bad. But I want to make sure. Crap, I want to make sure these guys are in. Sixto, France, these guys are struggling. Our AAA bullpen, starting rotation, struggling. Royce Lewis is doing pretty well in AAA. McKay's doing okay. And our Major League roster, Cozart's doing well. Alonso's doing okay. McCutcheon's doing all right. Schwarber was really struggling with the average. Does have 8 bombs, but come on, dude, you got to. I mean, he gets on base at 335. It's really good when your average is 191. Other than that, that's kind of the lineup. So I think we're gonna end the video there, guys. Like I said, the next one will be us doing the draft, trade deadline, probably finish the year. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Drop a like if you did. I will talk to you later, boys. Take it easy. Peace.